What is up, YouTube? Mikey here with Grey Hat Productions, coming at you with another video. So in today's video, we are going to be covering the GIGABYTE AB350N gaming motherboard. This is the Wi-Fi edition. It is Mini ITX. This bad boy is going in the Mini ITX gaming system we've been teasing on our social media page here for a while. These other components I have sitting next to me are also going in the same system. I'll get to reviews and stuff on those later, but as for right now, we're going to cover this. We're not doing a full review right now. It's just going to kind of be an unboxing, a light unboxing, and then kind of a quick look at it. So let's just jump right into that. Alright, so first things first, let's take a look at the box. It's a pretty standard box, kind of flashy, RGB display kind of, in a way. This is the AB350N, so it's got the B350 chipset, so there will be some overclocking headroom on this motherboard. I don't know if you can see that, but it says supports all AMD AM4 processors, so it will support the A series APUs that will likely be coming out for the AM4 socket and the FlatLine processors, so it will support onboard video and stuff like that. It has a NVMe PCIe slot. It's a 2280, so pretty standard size. Insist on ultra durable, don't have a clue what that means. On the back here, they go over the RGB fusion support with two onboard pin headers for RGB and RGBW LED strips, so to suit all your RGB needs for that. It does have a little bit of an RGB strip by the DIMM slots. It's got support for onboard Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.2, so that's pretty cool. Nice to keep everything nice and compact in there. It's got the Smart Fan 5 temperature sensors, 2 hybrid fan headers, USB 3.1 Gen 2 solution, so it's faster than the original USB 3.1 Gen 1, obviously. Pretty standard everything else. Showed you all the ports it has on it, but we'll be looking at those once we get it open. So, alright, quickly go over the list of specifications. CPU support, the Ryzen obviously, and the 7th Gen A series APUs, as well as the FlatLine processors, which I had mentioned. Obviously an AM4 socket, the B350 chipset, also as I'd mentioned. One PCIe 3.0x16 slot for your graphics card. DisplayPort and HDMI, which we will look at once we get the box open. Dual channel DDR4. I think it supports up to 2660 or something like that, but we're going to see if we can push it to 3200 megahertz. Obviously 2 DIMM slots, 4 SATA 3 ports, as well as one M.2, and one M.2 for Wi-Fi, so it supports the M.2 Wi-Fi card as well. RAID 0, RAID 1, and RAID 10 support. 2 USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type A, which are up to 10 gigabit per second, plus 6 USB 3.1 Gen 1s, plus 4 USB 2.0 ports. Onboard audio is ALC 1220 Realtek, and the GIGABYTE LAN, and then obviously it's Mini ITX form factor, which is 170mm by 170mm. Go ahead and open that up. Alright, so inside the box is pretty standard, just foam. Underneath the foam we have some cables. Comes with a, looks like 2 SATA cables. One of them with a 90, which will be nice, because we probably will need that with the way the SATA ports are set up. We've got an antenna for the onboard Wi-Fi. So pull that open and take a look at it. So there's that, pretty standard antenna. It would have been nice if they would have included an antenna that you could thread right into the back of the motherboard, so right off the back of your computer, but you know, it is what it is. That'd be nice to have. Rear I/O shield, pretty standard, just black, nothing special there. Pretty typical user manual, kind of quick start guide, goes over everything. Pretty normal there. And we got some Wi-Fi drivers and yeah, just motherboard drivers in general. The Wi-Fi drivers will be nice because then you can install your Wi-Fi so that you can get all the rest of your drivers just off the internet. So there's that. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty common. Looks like there is a GIGABYTE gaming sticker as well. I personally really like stickers. They don't generally end up on my computer, but they're nice to have. Kind of a nice little touch to just have thrown in there. Alright, so pull this out of the anti-static bag. And there it is. This thing is just absolutely tiny. It'll be a fun form factor to play with, I think. Pretty standard, you know, your AM4 slot. Socket there. Very clean, nice look to it. For I/O shield. So it looks like standard audio inputs and outputs. Ethernet, USB 2.0, USB 3.0, I believe 3.1, and then it has a display port and HDMI port, so it will support onboard graphics for APUs and stuff, which will kind of add to the features of very compact, you know, gaming build. Whether you're building a console killer or whatever the case, this thing will be awesome because it's just tiny and super compact. There's your Wi-Fi, more USB 2.0, and then a PS2 port. I don't know of anybody that uses those anymore, but it's there. Metal covered PCIe for your graphics card. It looks very nice. This is going to go in a yellow themed system, so the red kind of stands out for that, but it'll do the trick. 2 DIMM slots. Pretty standard for something this small. You don't need much more than that, especially if you're going with such a small form factor like this. We got all your standard PWM plugs here for your power switch and all that good stuff. You got a fan header there, your 8-pin 8-pin CPU plug there. Nice heat sinks over the VRMs. You got an RGB header here, I believe. Nope, sorry about that. That is your power switch, your LED, your hard drive LED, and all that good stuff. You've got speakers and your clear CMOS stuff down here. Another standard 4-pin fan header here. USB 3.0. These, your SATA plugs, you got 4 of them here. This is kind of nice, you know, to have 4. I don't like the way that they are positioned, because 2 of them face down and 2 of them face up. It's kind of, I would say, hard to deal with. I'm trying to figure out how to make that all work, but I would like to have seen these face straight out, maybe be stacked so that you could just plug straight into them. That's my personal preference on that. Just typical 4 screws. It's very small, compact board. Nothing super crazy fancy about it. Like I said, it's got the B350 chipset, so there is some overclocking headroom. That chipset works perfect for this form factor because you don't have more than, you know, a couple of PCI slots. Also, here on the back, you got your M.2 slot, so it's kind of nice to have that tucked away on the back. A nice spot for it. It may be difficult to access once this is in the system, but it just kind of depends on how big your motherboard cutout is on the back. That's going to be a fun one to get to on the system we're building, but it should be just fine. You don't need to pull it out all the time anyways. Here you have your RGB header that was mentioned on the box, the RGBW header, as well as an LED demo. Once again, on the back, here's that LED strip, just 6 LED lights. Should be just fine for, it adds quite a nice look to whatever system you're putting this in, so should work pretty good. All in all, I would say it's a very, very solid feeling motherboard. This it's got some play in it, but it's no big deal there. Very well constructed, I'd say. I think it's going to work perfect for the system we're working on, so that should be awesome. If you guys are interested to see what we're doing with this, as well as these other parts we have here in the background, as well as videos on all of those, go ahead and check out the channel, hit subscribe, hit like, throw a comment on what you thought of the video, and we'll start throwing up some more with the rest of the build. Anyways, thanks for watching.